Okay, so 13 days of braces. Okay, so you know how I have stitches in my mouth from the surgery? Sorry, I was just sticking my foot in the trash, apparently. Anyway, I had this knot of stitches in the roof of my mouth that was driving me nuts because every time I would eat food, food would get caught on it and then it would pull and hurt a lot. Well, I finally got fed up with it today, and I grabbed a tiny pair of scissors and I went into the bathroom and I was going to cut it, but as soon as I pulled on it, it came out. Figures. Just had to threaten it with a pair of scissors. See, that's a little loud. There. Postal service. It's good. But yeah. The stitches are starting to come out now. They're starting to dissolve. Still a little sore from the surgery, but it's like nothing. Still numb here. A little bit. Anyway. I have a canker sore right here from where they injected me with Novocaine, so I've been using salt water, warm salt water to swish around, and it makes it feel a lot better. It doesn't hurt at all, so here's a tip for you guys. I realized I never actually went over what happened with the whole surgery situation, so, and the whole getting the braces thing. So here, let me stop this. Okay. Let's see. When I was getting the braces on, they sat me in a chair, and they laid me back in the chair, and then they took out my my one spacer. For you other guys, it'll probably be 4 or 8 or however many spacers you have in. Didn't hurt at all. Then they told me to go brush my teeth with this powder stuff, and I did. And then I went back to the chair, and they started fitting me with these metal rings that go on your back teeth, and they just kind of put different sizes on there until I found the right one, and they fit it over your tooth. And they had this plastic thing that they had you kind of bite down on to help push it in. That hurt a little bit after the first time, so be really gentle when you're biting. Let's see. So I think she got the right ring on the first time, so then they took it off, and then they put a cement or a glue on it, and so then they put it back on there. It tasted horrible, by the way. It's not a pleasant smell or taste. And then they used this light to shine on it, and it dried it. And on mine, I think I have like little weld lines on the inside of them or something, because they're not completely smooth, but I'm completely over that now. And then they checked out my teeth, and then they went ahead and opened a new thing of brackets. They come on a sheet of paper and they're all numbered and stuff. So this set is completely yours. I felt kind of bad because I only used a little bit of the set, so I don't know what they did with the rest of them. But they put this. Well, first they polish your teeth with like this little drill thing. Doesn't hurt at all. Smells a little bit. And then they dried them off really well, and they put a glue on the bracket, and they place the brackets on all the teeth, and then they make sure they have them all nice and aligned, and then they glue it, or they dry it with the light, and then you have a whole bunch of brackets on, and they double check them. And then for me, they put in this elastic string from here to here, and they just kind of went like a figure 8 around all of them. It's clear. And then they put in the wire, the arch wire, and they start from one side and they bring it around and cut off the ends. Fortunately, I don't have any like parts sticking out, so I was fortunate in that. And then yeah, that's about it for the braces for me with getting them on. And then I got a kit with all the stuff in them. They showed me how to brush them and all that jazz. Okay, now for the surgery. I had never had surgery before. So they took me back and I put me in this chair, and they attached like these circle monitor sensors to the insides of both my wrists and on my ankle, and then they put a finger thing, clasp thing on it that monitors your pulse, and of course it was like right in front of me, so I could watch my pulse beep across way faster than it should have been. And then, oh yeah, they put an kind of like an oxygen mask on me, only it was just over my nose, so that was kind of odd. Oh yeah, okay. Then they wrapped an elastic tube around my wrist and had me move it for a while to try and get my veins to stick out. And then they put the needle in my hand. Oh, looks like I just got rid of that scab. They put a needle in your hand, and then from that needle they put a plastic tube in there. It's really tiny. I'm terrified of needles, and I did alright with it. And they hook you up to an IV, and mine had like a water salt solution in it. And then by that time I was kind of freaking out. My mom was back there with me. The nurse thought I was 14 years old. That wasn't very nice. Anyway, back to the story. And then he was letting me know what was going on each step of the way, so that was really nice. And then they injected me with this white stuff through the IV, and it burned so bad for like 2 seconds, and then I was out. And I don't remember anything during the procedure except waking up and being kind of dizzy and not knowing where I was or what was going on, and just trying to not say anything embarrassing. I think I kept asking the nurse there, you know, what time it was and how long it took and all that. Anyway, by that time I had already been all deneedled and injected with the anti-nausea stuff. And then they took me over to this room. It was a tiny room with a chair in it, and so I kind of sat in there for a minute, and I remember teetering back and forth trying to find the lever to make it recline. And then my mom came back, and they both helped me through a back door. So that's a good thing. If you get oral surgery, you might not have to go through the lobby while you're kind of woozy. So I went back with my mom, and I remember getting in the car and not much after that except for making the video. But yeah, that was pretty much it for the surgery. I guess what happened is they cut open my gum, and then they drilled in a dime-sized hole in the roof of my mouth to get to my adult tooth, and then they glued a chain to it, and then they stitched me up. I don't really know all the details. They didn't really tell me too much, but I don't really know if I want to know the whole story. But yeah, oh yeah, by the way, okay, so the nurse thought I was 14. My oral surgeon thought I was 16. And I'm asking you guys, how old do you think I am? I'm not going to tell you how old I am. It's kind of like a confidentiality thing, but I'd like to know how old I look to other people. So let me know, alright? And I guess that's it for now. Oh, I'm going to be moving in like 4 days. So the whole background is going to look different then. I probably won't update before then, but if anything major happens, I'll let you guys know, definitely. Okay? Bye!